do? Welcome back. And this time I don't have a script. Love you, boyfriend. So sorry, but this video was supposed to come out last weekend and needed an extra week, but I leave today to go out of town. So out of time again. And I didn't want to push it back anymore because I do want to get this in the mail because this is a very special one for me. So this month I'm doing 2 crafts and they all have a food theme involved because we are in the thankful season, so we are kind of doing very thankful themed crafts. And this first one is going to be the Donut Queen from Moriah Elizabeth. Backstory on this: Moriah Elizabeth is a YouTuber who's not me, believe it or not, but she does squishies and just has a very cutesy art style and does a little bit of crafts. I kind of look up to her, wanting to just get out there and enjoy creating stuff again and just enjoy what I do and just wanting to share what I do with Will. So I really wanted to kind of take not one for one Donut Queen, but kind of elevate it and do it into my style. And then I'm going to be sending her this doll. So I really wanted to try and make it the best that I possibly could. And I think that shows a lot more in the dress versus like the face from where I am, just because of how things played out and just because of the skill level I am in. However, I think this might be one of the best dolls that I've done, so I think you could definitely tell that it was needed an extra week because there's a lot of hand-done stuff and there was a lot of time-consuming things. We'll get into that later though, but welcome back to this video. Don't know if there's a proper intro. Oh, he can sort that out. Love you, boyfriend. I'm very frantic. I'm supposed to leave in 4 minutes. It's not happening, but we'll get it done. If you hear birds, our window has to be open because there's a bird in the room. Hopefully it flew out. Who knows? But it's apparently been in all night. So mind the bird noises. Do you want to tell the ants what happened last night and why I had to get up super early with a scream? What'd you do?
Oh, Katie let a bird up into her bedroom.
Oh, no, it was not me.
She came downstairs and left her bedroom door open, so the little bird that got stuck in the house decided to fly upstairs into the room where everything is brown, just like a little bird, because there's so many deers up there. So she has a new pet bird in her room.
You're the one who let it inside by leaving the front door open.
Oh yes. I did open the door. It did come inside because I was going outside for Katie.
Because I put lotion on my hands.
Because she asked me to go get something for her that she left, and it was on a rain. So it's her fault.
This is the second bird you let into the house, by the way.
They attacked me.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody will get the ability to experience the attack.
Got anything to say, June? But, okay. Actually, starting with this doll, I don't have a script, didn't have time to write one. Noted again. But I'm going to start off with a dress because I knew that is part that I had a solid idea on. Now, looking at the Donut Queen, there is not a whole lot. She has this white base with a pink ombre going down, coming up from the bottom, going up. So pink on the bottom, going up into white. And then white top with pink sleeves and gold details with sprinkles on the skirt design. That was her original squishy. However, I wanted to take it as more of like a regal approach. So I made a silicone mold of a bunch of donuts, and those were all from the Miniverse, Make It Miniverse, and it's not Mini Brands, it's the Make It Mini ones. The mini donuts that you see a whole lot of that I used for the skirt are from their milkshake, the donut milkshake ones. And then the medium-sized ones are going to be from just like the regular donut kits. And then the larger ones that you see around that I end up using are not from Miniverse, but from Mini Brands. They're Krispy Kreme. Lots of donuts, I know, but she's a donut queen. So I ended up wanting to do 2 skirts because I really wanted to do the pink ombre and the sprinkles on 2 separate ones because I think that would look really nice. And they usually have a bunch of layers. So I ended up having this really nice translucent, not organza, but kind of just like a kid rainbow fabric that has different colors as it shines. So I ended up wanting to do that as the top layer for sprinkles on top of it. And then around the rim of it, I wanted to do different donut sizes. So the donut is trimming that. And then her second layer of the skirt, the white one, is going to have that pink ombre. And then I ended up going with mini donuts. So she's holding a donut as like a donut purse. I didn't make her the donut purse. I incorporated the purple donut into 3D donuts on the skirt. Now, there was a lot of hand doing, so all of the jewels on the pink ombre were done off camera. If you want to know what that was like, it's exactly like the mini donuts and the sprinkles that I did record, but just with pink gems. There was a lot of hand detailing stuff, and this thing sheds like crazy. I don't know. I've used all the types of glue. I've used regular glue, fabric glue, hot glue. Everything still falls off this doll, and the problem is there's so much of it on the doll, I cannot tell where it falls off. So I can't replace it because I don't know where it came from when it fell off. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. However, it's heavily decorated and I can't personally tell where it came off. So I don't know where to place it when they put it back on. I think that's it for the dress. The hair is a bit odd, I will say. As you can tell, I'm not going with the regular rainbow high head. I'm going with an OMG head and from Swag. So if anyone knows OMG Dolls, Swag has a lot of mini blonde braids for her hair. So I wanted to try to use the blonde aspect of it because the doll hair company that I usually get doll hair from, it just wasn't an option for me to buy the 3 kinds of hair colors, which nothing against them. I think it's very fair priced. I just can't swing it right now to spend that much money on this specific doll hair just for this one project, and I'm not even going to use all of it, so I just can't justify that for me personally. So I had to find out different ways, but in order to color the hair, we first had to get it out of the braids because the Donut Queen does not have braids, but she does just have regular straight hair. So the way a braid works, I just happen to be wearing a braid perfectly, but basically you have to start at the bottom and slowly go up it, because if you start from up here and try to go down, like, that's not gonna work. The only way you can really get braids is if you start at the bottom and unravel them. So for every plug of hair, I'd have to go and undo her entire braid. So that's basically what I did, and I did it off camera because, again, super boring, I'm sure. Everyone was just thrilled at that. And then after I did that, I ended up giving her just the basic doll hair kind of treatment because I wasn't sure if this hair was even going to be able to be saved and used. Thankfully, it ended up being able to be used, and it turns out pretty nice. But basically, once I got all the braids done, brushed it out, and I don't wash it with conditioner and stuff like that. I just go straight to the fabric softener method and then just let the hair soak for a couple hours, really absorbing that up, and then brush it out again and then rinse it. And that's basically how I get the hair if it's savable and not savable. Usually it does have to be trimmed. I didn't end up trimming this one because it ended up being okay at the end. So I got kind of lucky on that. For coloring of the hair, I wanted to try a new method that I saw. I looked up how to dye the hair since it was pretty much not like the highest level blonde. This was like not a 1 blonde, but this was maybe like a 2. So it would easily be able to just suck the color up. So I wanted to try this paint where it's basically like wet on wet. And I did that, and you'll see video footage of that. However, I'll put a photo up right here. It did not turn out well. And I was like, the top was an okay color, but like the middle and the ends, the purple and the mint just like looked gross, like a gray, just really sad. And I'm like, this is for Moriah. This cannot happen. I am sending this doll to Moriah. Like, it's gotta be good. So I ended up going to the store with my dad to get a cake because I wanted cake. And I ended up picking up some Manic Panic as well. Unfortunately, didn't have green, so sadly the green is just not in the hair just because I didn't have time to go searching for it. So she does just only have the pink and purple, but I don't think the green is missed super much. But I am disappointed that I didn't get the green in there as much as I wanted to. So I rinsed that out, and then I thought I would roll the doll hair with hair curlers while it was a bit wet and just do like a wet style, which is different. I don't really know if you can do a wet style on doll, so I was going to try it. But I don't know what happened. I don't think I gave it enough time to dry, so nothing really stayed. Because usually when you do doll hair, you like boil it and then cool it on, and that like just basically shocks the hair into staying in the shape that it is, and then you fully let it dry. I unfortunately didn't have time for that, so she doesn't really have her curls either, but I don't think she has a bit of a wave to it, so it's not like super stick straight and it's not super curly like I wanted it to be. So I think it's like a happy little medium. It's also very muggy and rainy here, so I think that also has something to do with it not drying as well. And then for her shoes, I ended up having some leftover donuts from the skirt, and I ended up a long time ago making resin shoe bases from Heather Grayson's like just pump heels, and I just took the pumps off, so it's just the clear shoe base, and I use that for basically some of my shoe bases. And for that, I just painted it her lip colors from the dark to the lighter pink and just stuck a donut on the end of that. You also see me making a crown later. I ended up scrapping that because it just didn't look right to me. So I ended up just going back and doing a simple donut crown. Not necessarily like a crown because I didn't have one, but just 2 donuts with a jewel in it, and I think it's okay. It's not the best, but I am still super proud of this doll. As much as time went into it, I don't think it reflects that. And there is like one problem that like the skirt just doesn't sit right, because I think I made the inner skirt with like the knot sprinkle layer on it too long and like the sprinkle layer too small. So when it's closed, the sprinkle layer makes like this little umbrella effect, and the inside skirt is too long that it bunches up, and really when it comes around it's not supposed to smooth nicely, but it just dips in just because I think it's too much. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time to go and fix that, but I don't think it's super noticeable since it is in the back, and I think she'll just be displaying this doll if she even opens it, but I don't really know if she will or not. But I just wanted to make this and as like a thank you, and who I'm grateful for. So she is a big inspiration to me, and I thought the Donut Queen is a really good example, and it's kind of a popular character from her channel. And it is a human, which is not her favorite thing to make, but I have a lot of dolls that are humans that need new homes. So I think it turned out okay. Oh, I didn't even talk about her body. Oh my gosh. I'm so scrambled. I'm so sorry, Izzy. I knew I wanted to make the Donut Queen when I saw Rosetta from the Shimmer and Shine line. Same with Ghostface. She doesn't have that much articulation, but she does have a gimmick where she flips upside down and glitter shows outside her legs. However, unlike Ghostface, who has orange legs for the Halloween themed, she has pink glitter because her style is kind of based on kawaii fashion, I think, from Japan. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong, but she does have those leg gimmicks in pink, but I don't particularly like those bodies, so I was always going to rebody her and just keep her head and her accessories. However, I don't like the idea of just having another body just not being used and just kind of going to waste and not just like being loved almost, as backwards as that is. So from that, as soon as I got this one back, like when they first came out, like I was calling Target every day to be like, are they out yet? Are they out? When they were first to be like released. I knew she was going to be the Donut Queen body, but I had to get a body to be able to re-head Rosetta. And then I was trying to find the perfect head. Anyway, just happened to work out perfectly. So yeah, maybe a small, easy restyling video of Rosetta and Clementine will be coming out, but that's where Rosetta's body is. So now both of my Shimmer and Shine girls have new homes, hopefully. Ghostface is still for sale if you want her, but Donut Queen will be sent to Moriah once I get back. So she'll be going out probably about the day this video comes out. I will be sending her off to the mail. So Moriah maybe will open her. Who knows? But I just wanted to, she is a big part of me, so this is kind of just me, a way that I can thank her that I know of, and just by like fan art and stuff. So yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. Stick around for next, I'm not gonna say next week's video because I don't know if it is next week, because I think it is, but the Thanksgiving special is also coming. And yeah, also a food theme one, also requires quite a bit of work. Maybe not as much work as, it's gonna be a lot of painting. It'll have fun. It'll be fun. Okay, bye guys.